All right, what's going on, everybody? So, over the weekend, besides the announcement that Batman Spawn 2 was coming in December by Greg Pulo and Todd McFarlane, we also got the first look at the X-Men 97 series, which is the direct sequel to the 92 animated series. Now, when I very first heard this announced, of course I was excited. Who wouldn't be? This was one of my staples as a kid. Saturday morning, getting up, watching the X-Men, followed by, I believe, Spider-Man at the time. Or maybe it was the other way around. I can't remember, but those two went back to back. So this was pretty cool. But, the more I got to think about it, the more I was like, are they going to mess this series up? Because we all know current day Marvel, current day Disney, kind of what their politics are, what their motivation is for shows like this. So they made the announcement and they gave some character designs at the same time at San Diego Comic-Con yesterday at the Marvel panel, I believe. So I just grabbed the first article I could find here. It says X-Men 97 reveals Magneto as a new leader plus season 2 on tap. So it looks like they're going to be doing 2 seasons of this at least. Magneto is going to be the new leader. Now that sparked a conversation with myself because who else am I going to talk to about this besides you guys? And I couldn't remember how the original series ended, so I had to actually go back and look at how the series ended, because I was like, if this is a direct sequel, like, what happened to Xavier? Well, reading this article too, it kind of reminded me that, and this says right here, it says X-Men 97 will pick up where the original animated X-Men left off, but in 1997, before its cancellation. The gripping final episode, Graduation Day, left the mutant heroes in an unusual spot. In that episode, Professor Xavier got attacked on live television by an anti-mutant bigot, Henry Peter Gyrich? I don't know. Xavier sustained psychic injuries from the attack, and unable to help him, the X-Men turned to Magneto, who long-standing mistrust of humans and their bigotry now seemed far more reasonable in the light of Xavier's plight. I don't remember any of this. I really don't. It's weird. Xavier's on-again, off-again alien girlfriend, Lalandra. I do remember her. It's a long story. Watch the show. Maybe I should. Then took Xavier away to her planet for psychic healing that only her people could provide, leaving the X-Men under the leadership of Magneto. See, I don't remember that. I do not remember that at all. That's crazy. But interesting. I might have to go back and watch the last season of X-Men. I do believe it's on Disney Plus or maybe YouTube. I don't know. Wherever you can find it. I'm sure you could probably find the entire season somewhere. Although Graduation Day is not quite a cliffhanger, it certainly invited questions as to what these characters might do next. With Xavier off-planet and Magneto at the helm, again, that's precisely where the new television show will pick things up, with Magneto serving as the unlikely new leader of the team. It's interesting because I know in the comic books he was part of the team for a little bit. It'll be interesting to see where they're taking this. I'm a little disappointed because I think there's so many good storylines that you could cover with the X-Men, bringing them back that the series didn't cover or maybe just touched on. I mean, you could do an entire Age of Apocalypse run. I know they did something similar to that. They did something similar to Days of Future Past as well. So they did some really good things in the original 92 through 97, I guess 96. I went 97 series. I would love an adaptation of like Fatal Attraction, although I don't know how you would quite do that with Wolverine getting his adamantium ripped out. You could do a version of that. You could tame it down for the cartoon and for kids, but it'd be really cool to see something along those storylines. But it doesn't seem like we're going to get that. It seems like we're going to get a X-Men led by Wolverine by Magneto. And so it'd be kind of interesting. And I wonder, like, where are they going to go with the storyline? Are they going to really lean heavily into the social justice SJW kind of thing? Are they going to try to keep it along the same kind of atmosphere that the original series was about? Are they really going to push political rhetoric one way or the other in this, or is it just going to be a fun show to watch? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm iffy about this. Guys. I probably will check it out because why not? But I'm iffy about what they actually are going to do. And then they released some of the character designs. So this looks like close to the classic 92 animation. I mean, it's quite a bit different actually from someone that watched this series a lot. Now I know that they kind of changed animation towards the end of the series because the budget got cut. So the last season, I think, or maybe the last couple seasons, was specifically weird animation compared to the very, very nice drawn, based on like Jim Lee's X-Men, like it was in the first few seasons. But this is, it's close. It's close. Gambit looks cool. Wolverine looks cool. You got Jubilee there still. Cyclops. Looks like they're rocking a new hairdo with Storm. Kind of in between the Mohawk look, which I actually always was a big fan of the Mohawk look in the X-Men. I think that was actually one of her cooler looks. Jean Grey looks cool. Beast, pretty much the same as it was before. These are stills from the announcement itself during the panel. And it looks like you've got Cable. Looks like they took Bishop's hair, chopped it all off, or maybe it's in a ponytail, and Forge is there, Nightcrawler. Is that Morph? I can't tell. That Sunspot? I can't remember who that is. That's cool. I mean, that's some cool stuff. I dig that. This is what I want to kind of touch on, though, because I don't know if I dig this at all. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. Now, there is a classic version of this costume that you can see in the comic books, and it's even kind of highlighted a little bit in X-Men 1, the reboot with Jim Lee and Chris Claremont, with the big M in the more pink costume with the purple cape. That in itself is fine, I guess. I don't know what's going on here with this arm design for a dude. Just a little bit of the shoulder and a little bit of the bicep exposed here, and then you go into this. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. Either have an entire suit or have just like the arms exposed with gloves or something like that. But this, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And where's his helmet? Where's his helmet? Like that's what makes Magneto really cool. The fact that he wears that awesome helmet. But honestly, with all the other characters looking like their classic 92 through 97 get up, and then this is what we get with Magneto. I don't know if I'm digging that. We'll have to see where that's going. Hi, it's me from the future. So after talking about this whole Magneto costume, I didn't remember that they did the arm sleeves design here on. I did look it up after I got done recording this video, and apparently this is a very good interpretation of one of the classic costumes that Magneto wore. So I stand corrected on that. I still don't like it. It still doesn't make sense to me. I guess I don't quite remember this era in X-Men comics. Might have been a little bit before my time, honestly. But yeah, so I take back what I'm about to say here about his costume. Just kind of ignore it. We'll jump to the next part, I guess. But yeah, so kudos on them actually to keeping a very accurate version of this part of his costume. Still don't like it. Still don't like the fact that it's being used in 97, because I think this was used more in the 80s or maybe earlier. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, just want to jump in real quick, correct myself, and on with the video. And then of course you get some of the some of the villains here. Is pretty cool. Mr. Sinister just pops right out. I mean, like that's cool. I'm glad. He looks pretty much the way he should look. That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. It's looking good. I'm torn, guys. I'm really torn. I really am. It's such a nostalgia, right? I'm a sucker for nostalgia. I dig that kind of stuff. Give me more of the stuff that reminds me of the things I loved. So visual wise, I can get down with the visuals. I really can. The Magneto thing is kind of like, I don't understand that. I don't know about that. It's kind of iffy. But the thing that worries me is the story. It worries me about the people. Yeah, I know the original show. I think the original showrunners are back, or you got a lot of the original voices, which is cool. I mean, I know that I think the guy that voiced Cyclops passed away. I think somebody else passed away too. I can't remember another actor. So he's gonna be replaced. We're gonna get the classic voice of Wolverine. I think is the voice we all grew up. Same thing with Gambit. Same thing with Beast. I think it's really cool to get these original actors back to reprise their roles. But the thing that's going to really tell if this is going to be successful or not is going to be the direction of the story. Now, do they stick with more of the classic comics and let's follow the characters in the comics back in the 90s? If so, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. But if you're going to try to take modern day kind of situations of politics and push it into a 1997 timeline, I think we might have a little bit of an issue. So I don't know. Hit or miss. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for joining me tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like this channel, you like this content, please hit the subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, become a member of the channel, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.